Hi, that Mimi here once again. I just wanted to come and let you know that things are going good. My sister's asleep on the couch right over here. She's a precious lady. She has children that love her. She's been a teacher for years and years. Teacher of the year. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little something today. You know, there's people in prison. A lot of people know someone in prison, and they're just like us. They're somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, friend. They don't have a lot of those anymore because people think they're a little bit better than people in prison. And, Jesus talked about people in prison, and they asked him right to his face, Jesus, when did we ever see you hungry, sick, in prison? Huh? And he said, whenever you did it to the least of one of these, my brothers, ones who came to know me, you did it to me. How can anybody in prison come to know Jesus? Didn't they do wrong? They're there for a reason. Yeah, they did something wrong. You know what? I do something wrong every day. I didn't make it into prison. I didn't get caught, and neither did you. Yeah. I have a son in prison because of drugs. I'm not real big on drugs anymore. Anyway, he said that he hears grown men fall to their knees deep in the night on that concrete floor where we have carpet. And beside that concrete slab of a bed, where we have a purple mattress. Yeah, and he hears them cry out, forgive me. Somebody, anybody. Oh God, let them forgive me. Forgive me. You know what the Lord said? There's people that sit on the front row, the second row, the third row of First so-and-so church every Sunday, and he hadn't heard from them in 30 years. Or they hadn't done what he asked them to do in 20, 30 years or more. Now, there's a video right above this one that is titled The Best Preaching I Ever Heard. Believers in Hell. I looked at it. It's really good. The word do and didn't. Did you do what he asked you to do? Or you didn't? Okay. You could be a teacher. You could be a boss. You could be a mom, a dad. You could be the greatest one of any of those. Or not so good. You sit a kid down or anybody, an employee, and you talk to them, you might talk to them for an hour and a half. And you get through and you say, Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Well, the only way you know they heard you is if they got up and did what you told them to do. How much more? A creator, humongous God, full of mercy, grace, is able to make grace abound to us every single day. But we got to ask for it. Come boldly believing, I need grace today, Father. I need grace today to receive your mercy. It says you got to ask for grace to receive his mercy. He's not just going to hand it out on a spoon or a shovel. No, his kingdom is asking, and then you receive. Seek, and then you find. Knock, and then that door be open. You know, my son in that prison used to talk about trash. I mean, God, he wanted to be a famous singer. And on top of that, a rap singer, a rap star. He was good. Now, I mean to tell you, we didn't live, on in some kind of village with silver and gold falling out of our laps. No. I was wounded, and I was trying to raise 2 wounded children. And I didn't do such a good job. But he had to go to prison because he got involved with drugs. So anyway, he's there, and that place is home to 4,098 men. And it's hot in Texas. I drove an air-conditioned car for 8 years, and they called it the little black button. I got it in November. It was off the showroom floor, brand new. Oh, that's okay. Now, it doesn't have air conditioning, he said. That's all right. It's so cute. I just love it. Well, I went through 8 summers of Texas summers. Hot. Me and hell just wouldn't get along. Nope. So anyway, my heart went out to them, and I have been asking people just for a widow's mite, a heart that might just, no, here's a quarter, and then maybe after a little while, we could come up with enough money to get 60 high-power fans, wall-mounted, so they couldn't take it and pick it up and hurl it, or put in the ceiling fan and get angry and put somebody up there and their neck come off. We're dealing with people that aren't exactly saved. Anyway, and I can't get anybody to do it. Not a church, not a Christian TV broadcasting place. No. And that son that used to talk about being and have to sing songs, rap songs. Oh, they were good. They were really good. And even the real rap people, they thought he was good. But, now all he talks about is God. He wants to just talk about God. And he tells me stuff that He could not have got it from a man. He got it from God. And one time he said that the Lord was talking to him on his bed in his little tiny cell. He's 6'4", and he has to, put his feet in no pillow. So anyway, he's talking to God, and he said, I want you to go and ask people if they have anything they want you to pray with them about. He said, do you know who I am and where I am? He said, nothing. There was just silence. Well, if you kind of know the Lord at all, when there's silence, you get convicted of some stuff. So he rolled off of that bunk, and he went outside and looked around this day room, and he saw a guy, and he thought, well, maybe he won't hurt me. And he walked up to him, said, I know this is going to sound weird, but me and some guys have started reading the Bible, and I was just wondering if you might have something we could pray with you about. He said that guy spewed out the vilest words you could think of. Oh, and I might as well ask you to forgive me for some of the words that I've said on previous videos or whatever. Sometimes, you don't know where I came from. But anyway, I ask you to forgive me. So anyway, he turned around, and he's welled up. He wants to cry and run back to his cell just as fast as he can, but he's walking and holding it in. And all of a sudden, a hand came on his shoulder. The fear came on him, and he turned around, and it was that guy, that same guy. And he leaned in and said, don't tell anybody, but I got this. He was telling him things to go and pray about. My son, Lord did that work. I can't take any credit for it. I can't take any credit for any of my children, grandchildren. They're awesome, remarkable human beings on this planet. And so, they got caught. Their sin was visible. Ours? What about the state of our heart? What about the state of our offenses, our resentments, our bitterness that turns into pure deep wickedness? That's what he told me. My bitterness had turned into pure deep wickedness inside of me where I can't see it, but he sure can. Yeah. 8 souls got on an ark. 8! The whole world laughed and mocked. I'm trying to tell people something. The hour is late and it's dark. When a little girl and a little boy can't tell, or am I a girl or a boy? It used to, you could just pull out your underpants and tell I'm a girl or a boy. But not anymore, because the spirits are messing with the mind. It's dark. That's why so much hate. So much no love. I'm not going to help somebody in prison. Dear God, they did wrong. They deserve to be there. And you know what? There's a prison. And it ain't got no pardon, no parole, no exit sign. If you find yourself in that door and sliding on down, pits. It's a whore in the middle of the earth. She got arm, left leg, right leg, heart and belly reserved for the true wicked. You know what's on the first guest list of hell? Unbelievers. unbelievers are and murderers is way down on the list. So don't be, even though murderers of babies, I don't think you're going to be sliding into heaven too soon. Now you can ask for forgiveness. Oh yeah, you can. But you better do it right now. Because the stuff that's fixing to come on this earth, he's going to take us through a little time. And then the glory and his love is going to invade this planet like we never know. It's going to be a billion soul harvest. I've prayed for a massive worldwide harvest since I can't even tell you when. I know I'm going to see it. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you're loved. But a mama and daddy that love their children, they want them to be just like them. They don't take them next door to the neighbors, especially if they're evil and bad. Hand them over and say, you make my baby just like you. Okay? No, you don't. You love that baby. You love every drop of that baby. It's just like he is, my God is just like as if I was the only one he ever created. Like you were the only one he ever created. And it was just unique. Oh, I just love that, what I did. But we're all conceived in sin, see? And he said, you gotta be born a second time. You gotta, if you want to be like me, you gotta come from above. You gotta have a new spirit put in you from above by faith and call on me to do it. When you're in your house and you say, Mom, Dad, Randy, Sandy, talking to somebody, you call their name, don't you? You believe they exist, so you call on their name. If they're already gone on, you don't call on them. If you don't know them, you don't call on them. He said, whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved, because he will in no wise cast you out if you come to him. He will start you on a journey. I smoked for 45 years. It doesn't even come to my mind. They were ordering an oxygen tank to walk around and have those things in my nose. They were going to take my toes off and 1 foot, a whole foot. I got a foot. Here's the other one. There's no oxygen tank. He did that. I didn't. And I didn't even ask. I love cigarettes. Everything else too. Now I got to get rid of food. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I'm just telling you, he's the most awesome thing I ever did in my whole life. Awesome. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes you through a process just like a little child. You don't go from a tiny little baby from the hospital to driving a car the next day. No, you don't. We gotta be in this world, but we don't have to be of it. We can trust him. We can love him. We can know him. He can talk to us and tell us stuff that we could never come up with, dream of on our own. And he's just awesome. Yeah. Well, anyway, maybe the next one will be a little bit better, a little funny, and full of love and life. I hope so. I love you. That, even though I don't even get to see my beautiful grandchildren, that's okay. It's all right. I just commit everything to Him. Okay. All right. Y'all sleep good.